Number 3. Optimus Prime. Well, I guess sooner or later we would have to talk about probably the most iconic Transformer of them all, Optimus Prime. What is there to say about Optimus? Because to Bay's credit, he did do his audience right in having Peter Cullen return his role as voicing Optimus.
And though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye.
On top of making Optimus the awesome fighter that he is. Most of the time. Well, the fact of the matter is, who voices him and having him look awesome are only two elements as to why fans would follow him without question if he was real, and why kids were crying their hearts out when they killed him in the animated movie. In the comics and the shows, Optimus is also known for treating the history and artifacts of Cybertron with respect, and he cares for the life and freedom of all sentient beings, to the point that any casualty weighs heavily on him, humans and Cybertronians alike. And he is both a great leader and often a close friend to all of the Autobots and humans that fight alongside him. He gives inspiring words of wisdom, he is strong, he never gives up, and he would lay down his life for anyone. And yet, when it comes to Optimus as a character in these films, his personality is only half there, half isn't. Part of that comes from the writers giving him some pretty bad one-liners. The biggest example?
Give me your face.
What?
Give me your face.
You want his face?
Give me your face.
Do you want to wear it like your Hannibal Lecter or something? Is that what you want, you sicko?
Give me your face.
What kind of hero are you, Optimus? Now, on one hand, he does go into a little detail to how terrible the war for Cybertron was, and how he cares about life. But on the other hand, Bay hardly really goes into who or what he really cares about, or what his relationship is with really anyone, except for kind of sort of Sam. He seems to care about not harming the humans at first when he allows Sector 7 to capture Bumblebee, but after that, I don't know. It seems a lot of human deaths are in his hands and he doesn't seem to really care. For example, he allows human soldiers to try to kill a Decepticon first instead of him or the other Autobots. Because why bring in guys who have been fighting and killing Decepticons for the longest time when you have smaller, weaker beings to give it a shot? What could possibly go wrong there? How about allowing himself to stay hidden long enough for an entire fleet of Decepticons to destroy Chicago? You could make the argument that the timing wasn't right, but I don't know. Popping up in the middle of the day after countless people have died, compared to popping up trying to defend humans who are being slaughtered, is a bit of a stretch. And even then, could we at least hear him say one line that states that he is horrified and saddened that so many people died? Heck, there is a shot in the first movie that shows that he cares more about Sam and the Cube so much that he allows a helicopter of people to crash right by him. Yes, I know, the fate of the world rests on the Cube and all, but that doesn't mean you have to show the helicopter crashing past him to show that he cares more about the Cube than about the people dying. Now, how about who he is as a leader and a friend of the Autobots? Well, that was less than flat. Granted, in the first movie, he did have at least one decent conversation with the other Autobots about what is going on. But in the rest of the films, he hardly says a word to any of them as individuals. It's always Autobot this and Autobot that. Nothing that goes deeper into how much he cares about each and every one of them as friends. I mean, heck, his relationship with the Autobots is so lacking that they didn't bother to show any real emotion to the Autobots on the fact that Megatron killed him in the second movie. Yeah, never mind the robots that have fought alongside him for years to have a say in what happened. No, let the soldiers who have known him for only 2 years show you how to feel. How about when he's resurrected? Any reactions from them on that? Nope. There isn't even a shot that is directed to them. No cheering, no happy faces, no hugs or whatever. Just Sam looking up and Jetfire acting happy despite never meeting him in person before. Bottom line, guys, Optimus may still be fun to watch, with Cullen still voicing him and how he does all these cool things, even to the point of writing Grimlock in the next movie, but as long as we don't deeply see him as a Prime who shows respect for the history and ancient artifacts of Cybertron, cares about all sentient life, Decepticons aside, and how he is truly a good friend and leader to all the other characters, then we are not truly getting the one and only Optimus Prime.